Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. We are here again. Father, we are here again. Holy Ghost, we are here. So, everybody, good afternoon. My name is Shegolo, as you have always known. And this afternoon on Objectv Media, we are here to discuss one of recent, should we call it? No, this show is a satire in case one bishop is watching now. So beside me, one of people you can call conscious Nigerian youth. His name is Femi Emmanuel. And say hello to people at home so that we can get it started.
Hello, viewers at home. My name is Femi Manuel, and I'm popularly called Mr. Chacha Niger, and I'm glad to be here. Thank you, oh Lord.
All right, so let's do this without wasting time. Today we are discussing Uncle Dino. Recently we saw Uncle Dino, sleeping on the floor of the DSS premises. He said he rejected to be offered a bed at the clinic for maybe personal reasons. Some would say spiritual reason, but a lot of people believe it is for dramatic reason. All right, but is he acting drama or is he being real? That's what we need to actually sit down properly and thoroughly analyze now, because we need to assess it. It's cheap to accuse or allege, but there are some ways to determine whether something is true. If you look at the historical antecedent of somebody, you could tell if that person is genuine or up to some drama. We knew Uncle Dino from way back, the time he was fighting against corruption, or he was said to be fighting against corruption during the Jonathan era. Former President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. And then, as I'm making you see here, some recently old pictures of him there. You see when he was, he wore a shirt saying corruption under Jonathan is A1, power is F9, rules F9, health F9, security F9. And then if you go ahead to look at him again, you see that after the election, things changed. You see, as people can see this photo now, going around. You see Uncle Dino wearing turban and looking like Saudi Arabian, and then look at him doing tour for his tradizers, or what you call them, and then you have also seen Uncle Dino wear graduation gown to the National Assembly. But you have seen Uncle Dino climbing tree, jumping down from moving vehicles before and all of that. Well, if you say it is drama, I also want to ask, how about safety? Maybe he's acting in the interest of the safety and all of that. But Femi Emmanuel, what's your own
Take.
view? Or what's your own take on this?
My brother, I am of the opinion that Uncle Dino, like I would like to refer to him, is just trying to be the best movie actor, all-time political movie actor. Let me put it that way.
And it was actually awarded recently.
I just
was actually awarded.
sincerely,
They say it doesn't need audition.
sincerely,
Automatically, Uncle Dino, you get that.
and I think with this hit track Ajekunya, it should probably be rated the entertainment diva of the moment. He should move away from just being the actor, from being the best actor, to actually the entertainment diva of the moment. He seemed to have all the talent at his disposal. when you come to good command of usage of English, when you come to using the facial expression. Sincerely, I think he's just trying to dramatize every of these things, and with no sense of apology. I think that's what he's up to.
Well, we saw a picture of him on the hospital bed. He called press conference to say he's not fit to stand trial. Cannot go to court. And why is it that each time they need him in court to answer these simple questions? That he will either be on a tree or in home arrest. When somebody, for instance, tells you he tweets that he's not at home.
And you eventually
showed up from your house. Then there's need for us to actually go to that hospital bed. You know, now that it's in EFCC, I mean DSS custody. If they can do DNA, because it might be Dino from Sudan.
I wanted exactly. I wanted to get at that. I actually wanted to shoot at that, sincerely speaking. And I just want to say frankly that it is very clear to we Nigerians, still on the satire point of view, that the elites find a way to support one another when it comes to their suffering. But when it comes to the suffering of the masses, they find a way to excuse themselves. There are so many people that I feel I respect their line of thoughts actually in the National Assembly. The likes of Shehu Sonny, the likes of Senator Ben Bruce. Irrespective of party affiliation, I've come to realize that when one of them is actually affected, they tend to align.
Solidarity.
There's that. I think that's the right word. There's this senatorial solidarity, which is quite annoying, very annoying. So it shows in everything that they are really not fighting for our interests. Let me also chip this in, my brother. Let me chip this in. I've come to realize that there is nothing done to Dino at the moment by the police that a normal common human being on the street haven't gone through a million of that. There is nothing new about it. But the reason why they are shouting about it is because it is one of their own. One of the reasons why they want to tar a road, except for probably quote and unquote this administration, is because probably one of them had a fatal accident while plying that road. Why? So there's this solidarity, the political solidarity that they tend to bring to bear when one of them is actually affected. I remember so well with the replay of memory when the Senate president addressed or probably tweeted and said they didn't get a notice that he was invited. If not for the fact that one media house, which I wouldn't want to mention, actually did a fact check and found out that as of July or June, a letter had been sent to the National Assembly that was actually duly signed by the clerk. So, okay.
Which party?
Well, I may not like to disclose that. Under
Amendment 6.
I will not like to disclose, but let me just say that I have a very soft spot for personalities also. It's not really about the political party having an ideology. Okay. I have a soft spot for some particular persons
in some
parties. Okay. And that is why if you look at it from state to state of national assemblies, my persons of interest may not be in the same political party. I don't know, maybe you get that. That's why I use that word, irrespective of my party affiliation. So let me conclude my statement as regards your initial question. Yes. My point of view and line of thought is this: I've come to realize that we have strong personalities driving political parties, and not strong ideologies driving political parties. And until our political parties are ideologically driven and not personality driven, we will always have people crossing the boats, decamping as it is right now in the political stage, with little or no consequences. When someone decamps from a political party, it's supposed to affect the morale and psyche of those that have actually criticized one thing or the other. But that is not what we are experiencing in the country at the moment, because we have strong personalities. We have the likes. That's why they want to seek endorsement of some particular persons in the country. And funny enough, I love to hate this. That even our very own dear Obi Ezekwesili still went to Mina to seek political endorsement. Those are people that are actually. It's obvious. It's obvious.
Obi is obvious.
It's obvious. It's very, very obvious. Very obvious. That's my conclusion about watching.
All right, now. So if you were PDP and you will be voting in the next election. Dino is contesting, another person is contesting. You know, I mean, Dino has tried. Let's face it. He has tried. He has been vocal. He has been noticeable. He has been obvious. He has been visible. You know, who would you vote? Would you vote him back, or will you vote another person?
Permit me to say this to every of my friends and particularly youths in Kogi State. From all sense of sincerity, Dino's Uncle Dino, permit me to say, for the sake of satire, his loyalty has been to personality and not to this nation, not to national interest. And I can give you a lot of facts and figures. Why will you wear a branded t-shirt saying GEJ scored A1 in corruption, and moments after you had issues with APC and you decamped with the Senate president to the PDP, GEJ was one of those heroes that you now begin to eulogize? So national interest is not Dino's intention at all. Selfish interest and some key person's interest, and that is why we know that he's actually, when Dino coughs, someone is actually speaking. Yeah, we know that very well. I may not mention names, but Nigerians know. So we must make sure, and not only Dino, we must make sure that we don't recycle some old cargoes as far as the National Assembly is concerned.
Not only the National Assembly, and let me transit quickly now.
Okay.
There are some pastors also in this country. They are also dramatic ministers.
I agree.
Well, if revolution will start now, start taking different sectors, would you approve that, you know, some of you revolution show also touch you in the church?
I agree completely. I sincerely agree, and my points or reasons for agreeing are very, very simple. One, many people, there was a time in this country that you were actually called and you go into the spiritual setting, but right now it's very, very obvious that some people probably have missed calls and decide to call back. Probably call them at a point in time in their life, and they miss the call. Then their lifestyle has changed. God has changed his mind about calling them. They call back. That means they've disconnected from God, but they want to carry the office.
Oh my God!
They want to carry the office.
And when they call God back and God did not pick,
they decided to call themselves. So people like that should be. I love what they're doing in Rwanda. I can mention more countries, but sincerely speaking, revolution must start from some sectors. Frankly speaking, I am one of those that are opposed to the fact that a church will take close like 20 or 10 million to set up a new branch, while that same amount to get members to pray to God for employment, when that same amount can actually be used to set up a business that will employ some certain sets of people. With no sense of apology, I belong to a different school of thought, and I think some people are just derailing. Some people are really
I think you should leave pastors now.
Better.
Maybe.
Well,
let's close on Dino.
Yeah.
If you were to advise Dino as you speak right now, what would you tell him? If you are to advise him, in a position to advise Dino now, what would you tell him?
Frankly, I think he should continue with his drama, but the fallout is that Nigerians won't take him serious. It happened to the people pushed and praised Peter the Rock, the one-time rock and strong man of the Ekiti politics, but he was praised and pushed to a point of lack of relevance in that state right now. Look at what is happening between him and Olujimi, Senator Olujimi. He has been pushed to a point of irrelevance right now. So at the time when the drama was on, he was enjoying it because he's surrounded by sycophants. And which is the same thing happening to Dino at the moment. But the truth is that if he continues, which I would pray he continues so that he will not come back to the National Assembly, he will continue to lose relevance. We will take him. We will continue to take him. We'll take him for granted. Yeah.
All right, that's the little we can go today. We want to appreciate our guest, Mr. Femi.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my brother. My brother, now pidgin word for new. We dey push new Nigeria now. We just do.
So we'll have him another time, and we hope if we call you again, you'll come.
Sure.
Nice time out with Chacha today, and I want to appreciate all of you for watching this video. Share it if you feel, and let us have a comment. If you have anything to say about what you have discussed. And then he has advised on people should continue with his drama. The Lord is with you.
The Lord is his power bank.
Alright, so come your way again. Please don't stop talking about things that matter. My name is Shegun, and then I leave you with the words of Martin Luther King. As I'd like to begin to end the day, stop talking about things that matter. So don't stop talking about things that matter. Thank you so much. See you again.